Mac.Rob, it's Alexa and Krish, your school captains here, and we are so excited to introduce our school values to you today. These values are important to us as we believe they truly encapsulate what being a Macrobian is all about. School values provide us with a shared way of looking at the world as a community, and taking small steps to demonstrate them helps us improve our community, our relationships, and the world around us.
The process of developing our new school values began in 2020 and continued throughout this year. Despite the obvious challenges over this time, including multiple lockdowns, we considered this a momentous achievement in our school community. In Term 1, we arrived at a long list of values following many voluntary workshops with staff and students from all year levels. These workshops explored in detail what it means to be a Macrobian. This long list of values included all of the words and values that were consistently featured in the staff and student workshop discussions about Mac.Rob as a community.
By Term 2, we developed a short list of values with explanations behind their intent, which were finally approved by students, staff, and our school council. We are excited to announce our new Mac.Rob school values to you all. Our 4 school values are community. We are an inclusive community built on positive relationships and a strong sense of belonging. We value diversity and appreciate those around us for their similarities and differences. We are internationally minded and value our place in our local and global context.
Growth. We seek challenges in order to grow and are resilient in the face of adversity. We are curious, collaborative, and passionate about learning. We celebrate success and aspire to be our best selves in all aspects of life.
Responsibility. We are agents in our own learning, and we foster leadership through action. We take responsibility for ourselves and each other, and we contribute to school life and our broader communities.
And finally, compassion. We are interested in the lives and perspectives of others. We value every member of our school and wider communities, and we treat people with respect and offer support to those who need it. This whole process of developing our school values was a very inclusive one, and we asked students and staff at Mac.Rob what these values mean to them and in what ways they think we can demonstrate them in our day-to-day lives and our lives beyond the classroom.
Community is all about helping one another to grow and improve and creating success together.
Community to me means an environment where you're free to express yourself and you feel encouraged to strive for your goals.
I think the thing that stands out the most when I think about a community is a group of people with some shared values, some sense of collective identity coming together to work towards common goals. And it's something that's really important, especially in schools, and we see excellent relationships forming within that community to build a really strong sense of trust and support amongst all of those members within a community. So if we're talking about school community, that is of course our wonderful students, our staff, our families, and our local community as well.
You actually value and you actually get inspired by connections. So the community, the kids, the students, the teachers, wider community, actually thrive, I reckon, because of the energy that comes from being together and sort of focus and like-minded.
Being part of a community is really working together for the best of our students and looking out for them and their well-being and their mental health and the holistic growth of our students.
I think Mac.Rob is such a rich school that offers many opportunities. Like from a first-hand experience, when I first came to the school, I was bombarded with all these opportunities, and I think we have to be in the right mindset to really embrace these and take the full potential and really maximize our limits and test our limits. And it sounds cliche, but to step out of our comfort zone. But really, Mac.Rob is so full of these opportunities. It'd be a waste to not partake in them. So I think everyone should really embrace these and really take them on to elevate their journey.
So some of the bigger kind of things that we do are participating in leadership and trying out for different leadership roles to help improve student voice and make sure that everyone is heard and incorporate different ideas into these portfolios. On a small level, some of the things that we can do is just simply helping out your friend and solve a math problem, for example, just whatever it is that we can do to incorporate community by helping one another and sharing ideas.
We can support each other, and a lot of Macrobians already do that. We support each other when we're trying something new. we support each other when we're going through rough times, and just in general, showing care for others and creating an environment where everyone feels like they are valued, and that's a very important aspect of community.
I think that striving for personal growth is very important, because if you don't allow yourself to grow, you can't help other people to grow. And I think that's a very important factor, especially in a school environment, that we're able to help each other. And so I think being able to reflect on ourselves and think about our needs and how we can help ourselves to grow is very important.
Striving for personal growth is probably my favorite thing ever. It's important because I think the way that the world is going to exist in its optimal state is if everyone approaches it with the goal of leaving it in a better state than what they found it. And the way to achieve that is by striving for our own personal growth. It doesn't necessarily mean being perfect or being fantastic or being better than other people. Striving for personal growth is something that is really individual, but is potentially fed and assisted by other people, ideally, but is something that's just a journey that we're on ourselves in an attempt to contribute further to the world.
Personal growth is incredibly important, both as an individual in terms of, I think, academic progress, but also in terms of your social, emotional, and well-being progress as well. It's so important to have a continued sense of trying to establish who you are and develop your identity alongside that personal growth. And that comes from taking risks, being brave to step outside your comfort zone, and taking time to reflect on that growth as well. There's no linear path in terms of what growth looks like and unfolds. So taking time to work out where you want to go and how you're going to go about getting there, and who can help you in that journey as well. So who's going to support you in your own goals for your personal growth.
So it's super important that we try and find different ways that we can improve in ourselves, and that is what will allow us to grow and succeed as a community. Personally, I try to always keep up to date with my emails and try and find different ways that the school is providing us to grow.
I think just like taking a moment when I need it to breathe, relax, maybe like reset myself before I continue on to like finish everything that I need to get done. I think that really helps me grow as a person, because it allows me to understand that I can't just keep going all the time, and I just need to like take that break so that the work I'm putting forward and the things that I'm doing are to like the best they could possibly be. Yeah.
Responsibility is such of an underrated value, I guess. Like when you ask someone their values for like a leader, it would be like organization, like communication. But I think responsibility is really underrated, because like at the end of the day, we rely on responsibility, and that's what makes like all the cogs and like puzzle pieces fit together.
Responsibility. Our students, we trust every day to be incredibly responsible, active students, but also citizens. And I think for us, this sense of developing responsibility within ourselves helps to shape a lot of what we do. It helps to shape, again, coming back to personal growth, it helps to support how you choose to act and think, and then to take ownership for the incredible journey that we each go on together, but also that we go on as a larger community as well.
I think having a responsibility for yourself and your actions is a very important value to have, because it allows you to be a better person. Like when you're able to understand your own actions and understand the consequences they may have, whether positive or negative, it allows you to really think about what you're doing and why you're doing that. And it allows you to have actions which are meaningful.
What's so special about Mac.Rob is it's such like a foreign experience. Like in my lifetime, I will never like go to a new school like in the city, like smack bang in the city, and meet all these people from the whole range of Victoria. And I guess responsibility plays a part in like self-growth and self-independence. Mac.Rob really does foster this independence. And I guess that's my example, just like the pure act of going to a school that requires so much of this like self-awareness, and like it really builds your independence, and therefore like it flows onto your responsibility as a person and as a student and as a friend and as a member of the wider community.
I think that by pushing ourselves outside of our comfort zone is one way that we can obviously grow, and some of the things that Mac.Robians can do is try it for different portfolios or just participate in different clubs, and try and just engage within the community and do as many things as possible, as that will improve your responsibility, and like that'll make you more organized, which obviously makes you more responsible. So I think that the school like provides so many wonderful different options for a different range of people. So whether you're sporty, whether you're into debating, music, whatever it is, there will be a club for you. And I think that by participating in these, we can improve our organization and therefore become more responsible people.
Well, I definitely think that kindness and compassion are important values to have, because having these values and like understanding them and practicing them, it just creates an environment where we are able to help each other, and also just personally being able to like have compassion for another person. It helps you understand yourself and like your place in the world.
I think compassion and kindness are really important values to have. Not only do they help us care for ourselves, but they help us care for one another and bring about that sense of collective purpose and community.
I believe kindness and compassion are important values to demonstrate in our learning, particularly because it really allows us to step outside of ourselves, look at the world from the struggles or the position of someone else, and find ways in which we can extend our generosity of spirit as community members to include them, support them, and really help others.
I really admire when I see others display like a magnitude of like compassion and like kindness towards others. It really like makes my heart warm, because you know there's like good in other people, and I love how others can like really bring it out, not in themselves but also in other people, where they see like a new person in a different light.
For students to demonstrate compassion and kindness every day at school and in their life in general, I think it's about being aware and mindful of what we can do to help each other in small ways, be that a good morning, a friendly smile, offering to allow someone to go to the locker before yourself, or holding a door open for someone. Those little acts are very meaningful.
I feel like in the hallways, when you're passing, you see so many people in the hallways, even if you're just passing by someone new and they just wave or they just smile at you, and there's that just small like piece of reassurance and piece of comfort that's so welcoming. And especially I remember last year as a year 9, that was so comforting, coming from like from people who are older than me and from other year levels. It was like, you're part of this community and you will be okay. And I think that that is one really, really tiny thing that you can do that I think can brighten up someone's day. But yeah.
These are just a few of the ways we think you can demonstrate our new school values, but we want all of us to strive to embody this in ways that are unique to us. Over the next 12 months, we'll be looking at ways we can continue to demonstrate and embed these values into everything we do at Mac.Rob, and we can't wait for you all to be part of this ongoing commitment. We believe these new school values will help us continue to shape what it means to be a Mac.Robian now and in the future.